Yes, sir. Recording is started, sir. In a minute, we will close.
Yeah, play the Tamil Thai.
Yes, sir.
கடலுடுத்த நிலமழந்தை கெடிதொழுகும் சீராரும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடர்கள் திருநாடும் கசிறு திரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வணங்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறந்து என்று செய்ய பறந்து வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே வாழ்ந்ததுமே.
Thank you. Now I request Dr. Saudia, Member Syndicate, Assistant Professor, Center for Information Technology and Engineering, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, who cheerfully and admirably leads with her encouraging attitude to deliver welcome and special address. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Ms. Kavita. Good morning, all, and a namaste. Welcome to the inaugural function of the 5 days online faculty development program on recent trends in cybersecurity domain, level 1, to be held from today, the 5th of July 2021 to the 9th of July 2021 through the AICTE Training and Learning Academy, ATEL, and organized by the Center for Information Technology and Engineering, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu, India. With the objective to impart quality technical education in the country and to support technical institutions in fostering research, innovation and entrepreneurship through training in various emerging areas of engineering, management, arts, media, life skill management, was the AICTE Training and Learning Academy established in 2018 by the Ministry of Human Resource and Development, Government of India. A right gesture by the government of the country to empower the teaching and research fraternity, which in turn should empower the learning student community, the future of our country. ATEL has provided this opportunity for the purpose to the Center for Information Technology and Engineering in the southernmost university of the country, the Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, for the FDP, recent trends on cybersecurity domain, level 1, these days, to benefit the teachers and researchers in the domain of cybersecurity. We acknowledge the opportunity and the organizing committee shall see to coordinate the program towards its purpose. This inaugural function of the 5 days FDP is blessed with the gracious presence of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, Senior Professor Dr. K. Pichumani, a passionate teacher, an inquisitive scientist, and an able and pleasant administrator. The most relevant to inaugurate the program. Sir will always see that similar programs are organized from the university to empower the teaching fraternity. Thank you, sir, for accepting the invitation.
Thank you, madam.
On behalf of the organizing committee from the department of the university, a very hearty welcome to you, sir. The coordinator of the program is Senior Professor Dr. N. Krishnan, Head, Center for Information Technology and Engineering, Manoormanyam Sundarnar University, and the former Dean of Science, Manoormanyam Sundarnar University. With updated and upcoming technologies in computer science and information technology every now and then, and knowing the importance of empowering its teachers and its students with these latest technologies, CERT has always contributed updating courses and programs from the department of the university then and there. This initiative to conduct this FTP is also one such gesture. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee from the Department of University, a very hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
We also have with us very resourceful speakers who have consented through the days of the program. Dr. Suresh Kumar from Standard Chartered Bangalore, Mr. Paninder, forensic expert and advocate from Clue 4 Evidence Foundation, Dr. Syed Umar Hattab, professor from the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice, Manoormanyam Sundarnar University, Mr. Karthik Ramanathan, Cybersecurity and Privacy Professional, Danaher Corporation, Bangalore, Mr. Ashish Panchavatkar, Enterprise Building Training Solutions, Thane, Maharashtra, Mr. A. Srinivasan, a Senior Cybersecurity Specialist from Amex, Chennai, Dr. M. Vasimalai Raja, Professor from the Department of Education, Aragappa University, Karaikudi, Dr. B. Janet, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Applications, National Institute of Technology, Trichy, Dr. P. Tyagarajan, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Central University of Tamil Nadu, Tiruvarur, Dr. Gopi Venkateshan, Senior Security Consultant from Genesis Techno Services, Chennai, Ms. Ratna Arutselvan, Deputy Manager, Risk Advisory Team, Deloitte Tech Tomatsu, India, and above all, the Senior Professor from Center for Information Technology and Engineering, Manoormanyam Sundarnar University, Professor Dr. N. Krishnan, to charge the academia and the research guild in the domain of cybersecurity. Thank you all so much. And on behalf of the organizing team from the department of the university, a very hearty welcome to each and every one of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
To the faculty members of CIT and the organizing committee of the faculty development program, Dr. T. Arumugam Devi, Dr. P. Kumar, Dr. B. Balakumar, Dr. C. Divya, Dr. Jayapriya, Ms. Sharanya, Ms. Kavita, Ms. Krishnaveni, Ms. Jayalakshmi, Mr. Chokkalingam, Mr. Harish Kumar, have been working to get the program coordinated to meet the objective. All the very best to the team and hearty welcome to all of you to the inaugural session. Last but not the least, the participants of the program, the teaching fraternity of the country from Jammu to Kanyakumari, all united to empower themselves for the sake of its student community and the development of the country. Gives a feeling of One India, Mera Bharat Mahan. Wishing all of you very productive days ahead. On behalf of the organizing committee from the department of the university, very hearty welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Leaders don't create followers, but they create more leaders. To make this day as an eye-opener and ever memorable, we proudly invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. K. Pichumani, to give his inaugural address and keynote speech. Sir, please.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of MS University, I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to the 5 days online faculty development program funded by AICT and organized by Center for Information Technology and Engineering of MS University. I take this opportunity to welcome all of you, particularly Dr. Krishnan and his team who are organizing this program, Dr. Saudia, Dr. Kumar, Dr. Kavita, Dr. Jaypriya, and all others. And the two keynote speakers of today, Dr. Suresh Kumar and Dr. Paninder, and also all the valuable speakers who will be delivering lectures in the next 5 days. And also, I have great pleasure in welcoming all the participants. As Dr. Saudia pointed out, they are from the entire country, starting from Jammu to deep south, namely our university. So it's a wonderful opportunity for all of them to participate in this meeting on recent trends in cybersecurity domain. Though this is a level 1 program, from the nature of the speakers, I can vouch that the program is very well organized and taken care of by the entire team led by Professor Krishnan and his colleagues. Dear colleagues and dear participants, today's program, this is about recent trends in cybersecurity domain. Though I am basically from basic science, namely chemistry, I would like to impress upon the participants a few words about the relevance of this meeting. Dear friends and colleagues, the world is experiencing rapid growth in cyberspace today. We are all aware of that. And this extraordinary growth in information access, this also gives opportunity to those people with malicious intentions. So it is the need of the hour and the act of protecting the systems and the technologies from such unusual malicious activities. So the relevance of cybersecurity means maintaining the integrity, confidentiality, and availability, commonly called as ICE, of computing assets belonging to an organization, to the whether it is an institution or a corporate sector, and even for government, or connecting to another organization's network. And due to the evolution and increase of cyber threats, there is an emerging need to educate the new generation about the concepts of cyber security. Cyber crimes occur mainly because of our negligence in cyber security and awareness among the colleagues. And in fact, various countries, they are taking cognizance of this, and as close as about 17 nations have addressed this issue through national cyber information security strategies and significant legal acts in some type of strategy document describing their national security and defense strategies. So this will enable us to protect the various entities such as environment, business, infrastructure, and is capable of understanding the situational incidents accordingly. And in general, cyber threats, it can originate from several ways: cyberbullying, identity theft, digital devices, autonomous systems, wireless sensor networks, and wireless body and networks. Cyber terrorism is one of the major threat which is affecting us from unforeseen sources and directions. So with the advancement of science, more sophisticated cyber crimes and malicious activities are evident in today's world, which is targeted and extremely dangerous. In fact, to this audience, I would like to briefly touch upon some of the multifarious types of attacks in different domains. For example, cryptographic attack. For example, the adversary breaks the cryptography to discover the shortcomings of an existing protocol, code, or ciphers to retrieve the plain text without the key. Access attacks, reconnaissance attack, active attack, passive attack, phishing attack, malware attack, and in today's world of quantum computing, there is even attack on quantum key distributions. For example, an attack has been done, can be done while transmitting the data from through a quantum channel, either simply by forging a single photon, multiple photons, or even by the time elapsing of pulses. So the threat is very significant, and this is the need of the hour is to take care of these cyber security and in various this kind of in the cyber space. So what are the cyber security is now left with many questions, such as what types of challenges and threats faced by organizations, how to mitigate these attacks, who is at the highest risk, what steps need to be taken to reduce the cyber attacks and risk. Still, many more questions are unanswered. So the need of the hour of such FDP programs is to keep, to create an awareness among the stakeholders so that everyone will be more clearly focused to mitigate the ill effects of such malicious intentions. And dear colleagues, what are the strategies which one can adopt to combat such cyber threats? And there are several things which you are all aware, and I would like to briefly touch upon some of the threats which are affecting us in many ways. For example, there are new challenges from ransomware threat. In fact, through ransomware is all about data freezing software. Cyber criminals steal an organization's data, encrypt the data, prevent the organization from accessing their data. After doing this, they blackmail the organization to pay ransom to release the frozen data. So this is a very, very significant threat for most of the organization. In fact, even yesterday's newspaper, there is an information that last Friday, about 200 companies, they were paralyzed by this ransomware threat. And Remville, a group based on Russian cyber criminals, these syndicate, they actually target a software involved in one of the supplier, and through this software they were able to paralyze about 200 companies for several days. So this is one example of ransomware threat which is affecting us very significantly. In fact, most of the IT companies, they are relying on virtual private networks, which we call as VPNs, to facilitate access to their corporate networks. In fact, VPNs are proving inadequate in recent times. And the most common entry vector for ransomware is phishing. And organizations should realize these attacks are ramping up significantly and they are acting accordingly. In fact, people are expected to replace VPN by ZTNA, that is Zero Trust Network Access, which has emerged as a more secure option for controlling remote access to sensitive data. So this is just one example. And another common threat, which we are all, about a cyber threat which we are facing now. In fact, we are all very familiar with OTP-based, SMS. This has to be replaced by, in fact, even now we are aware that there is a multi-factor authentication, which is coming into the scene. And this is, people are now focused to replace single SMS-based OTP. This has to be replaced by multi-factor authentication, which is all the need of the day. So this is another thing. So not only mobile, but also even clouds are vulnerable to such cyber threats. And another significant thing, which is also very significant in recent time, is people are now focusing attention on to improve cybersecurity by applying artificial intelligence. AI and machine learning, though they are growing in sophistication and capacity, and companies are now using these technologies in 2021 to improve their security infrastructure. But at the same time, the criminals, they are also familiar with the AI. So in Tamil, there is a saying that Kallan Perida, Kapan Perida. Whether a criminal is more, a thief is more clever or a police is more clever. So this is a kind of hide and seek game which everyone is, both the cyber security personnel as well as the marauders, they are playing with each other. So while AI presents a major opportunity for stronger threat detection among businesses, criminal networks too are taking advantage of AI to automate their attacks. So many organizations, they suffer huge data breach loss of an average of about 4 million in 2020. And this would have been saved if they employed AI technology. So though AI can be accommodated in cybersecurity things, at the same time, we have to also be aware of the threats which one can face from the attacks, cyber threats. And other things, there are also a lot of such cyber crimes which we are all aware, and which I am sure the next 5 days you'll be more focused and with a lot of examples how these threats are everywhere affecting us, how one has to be familiar with all these things so that we can be more safer. And another example which I can quote is, in recent times, there are a lot of modern vehicles, they packed with automated software, creating seamless connectivity for drivers in cruise control, engine timing, door lock, airbags, and advanced systems for driver assistance. So these vehicles, they use Bluetooth and Wi-Fi technologies to communicate, which also opens them to several vulnerabilities or threats from hackers. In fact, the hackers, they can gain control of the vehicle using microphones for eavesdropping, and this is expected to rise in 2021. So in fact, in recent times, more and more automated vehicles are coming. So this is again a threat. So in every sector of the cyberspace, there are threats from cyber criminals. And not only, as I already mentioned, not only mobiles, even clouds are also more vulnerable. And another threat, data breaches. And this is safeguarding digital data. This is the primary goal now. Any minor flaw or bug in your system, browser, or software, this is a potential vulnerability for hackers to access personal information. And another threat, this is with respect to 5G network. In recent times, there is a lot of talk about the 5G network and connecting IoT with 5G network. And 5G networks are expected to roll out very significantly in coming years. And a new era of interconnectivity is will become a reality with IoT. So this communication between multiple devices also open them to vulnerabilities from outside influence, attacks, or an unknown software bug. So even the world's most used browser supported by Google Chrome, this is found to be having serious bugs. 5G architecture, this is still effectively new in the industry and requires a lot of research to find the loopholes to make the system more secure from external attack. Every step of the 5G network might bring a plethora of network attacks which we might not even be aware of. And so these are some of the threats. Cyber warfare, this is again a thing which is affecting the countries, even the country's software, this can also be targeted, and potential warfare can be virtually created by these criminals. And another thing, with respect to insider threats, knowledge of insiders in any organization, they should also be aware of what are the cyber crimes which is affecting us. So human error is still one of the prime reasons for the data breach. Any bad day or intentional loophole can bring down a whole organization with millions of stolen data. Report by Verizon in data breach gives strategic insight on cybersecurity trends that the employees directly or indirectly made 34% of the total attacks. So these are some of the vulnerabilities which organizations think of in cybersecurity and the cyber threats which we are all facing in recent times. And in recent times, there is a lot of talk about work from home and COVID-19. And with COVID-19, institutions or organizations are forced to reprioritize their cloud migration and swift procurement of IT products and services to accommodate a newly remote landscape. This also brings another potential cyber threat. So these are some of the issues which cybercrime can affect us. So what is the need of the hour in these times? So what is really needed is increased need for cybersecurity professionals. So the threat is everywhere with respect to every aspect of the cyberspace. So more critical need in recent years, particularly from 2020 onwards, in the next 5 years, we are going to face a lot of such cyber security professional. We are needing all of them. So not only companies, but also educational institutions, they should focus on educating their employees and creating more professionals, how to spot attacks, and how to, the training has to be continuous, and companies should constantly measure the effectiveness of such components. In fact, in this context, I'm very happy to inform that CITE, under the able leadership of Professor Krishnan, they are offering 2 very effective programs, MSc Cybersecurity course, which is being revised every 3 years. In fact, the program, MSc Cybersecurity, this was started in 2017-18. The department also boasts of another program, MSc Data Analytics. This was started from the year 2018-19. And I'm also happy to inform that these department under the able leadership of Professor Krishnan and his very efficient colleagues, university also creating a research infrastructure with the funding of about 1.2 crores given by the government of Tamil Nadu. We are creating a central research facility for cybersecurity, and also we are creating a central research facility for data analytics. So not only teaching, but also the department is very effectively concentrating on research on these cybersecurity aspects. So, and this is very much relevant that the department is also conducting this 5-day program awarded by AICTE. So, not only teaching and creating such cybersecurity professional, we have to also think of, so there is a growing need for these professionals, and institutions, they should also concentrate on prioritizing, increasing their cybersecurity workforce personnel. And there should be greater investment on security automation. This is also the need of the hour. So the scenario, this is very much relevant and very much in top priority to be taken care of by everybody. In fact, with the amount of data multiplying every day, hyper automation, the process in which businesses automate as many IT processes as possible, this is more imperative than ever. In fact, in 2020, IBM found 4 million difference in the average total cost of a data breach for organizations without security automation versus those with security automation fully developed. So organizations should consider implementing automation tools as a way to collect and analyze data in real time, accelerate incident-dependent time, and save money in the process. So in the process, it is also imperative for organizations to train and educate their staff members. In fact, training them is also about the various security strategies with a sense of urgency. This is the need of the hour. So this will help the organization preventing the vulnerability about the various attacks which they face on a day-to-day basis. So we are all aware that the threat actors, they are also becoming more sophisticated with their ability to infiltrate networks and compromise data. So all these things actually necessitate the creation of a very effective cybersecurity task force personnel to take care of the cyberspace very, very effectively from the hackers. So in this context, this 5-day program organized by Department of CITE, this is very much relevant for all the stakeholders, and I'm sure they will all enjoy, because the speakers are from the various sections of the, whether from the academic community, from companies, and from the industries, and they're all will keep you focused on the various components which you must be very much need to create an awareness in the recent times. So with this various components which we are all going to be benefited in these next 5 days, and I wish this program a great success, and I wish the organizers a very happy and pleasant 5 days ahead. And I also wish the participants a very happy and pleasant 5 days program in recent trends on cyber security domain. Wishing the program a great success. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So really, your speech gives valuable information about cyber security and cyber crime, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now I request all the participants to turn on your camera for photo session and maintain the same till we post the next instruction. Please.
Dear participants, please switch on your camera for a photo session. This is for photo session. Ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Have you recorded the photo?
No, sir. No, sir. It's going on.
Okay.
Just a minute, sir.
Yeah. Because if it is over, you can
Yes, sir.
inform me.
Sir, just a minute, sir.
Yeah. Are you taking frame by frame?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, have you recorded Vice Chancellor's frame?
Yes, sir. It is. Yes, sir.
Okay. Because our Honorable Vice Chancellor has got other meetings today. So if this recording is over, we can inform.
Yes, sir. It's over now, sir. Thank you all. Thank you all. Now the participants can turn off your camera. Optimism is a faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Let me now invite such an optimistic person, Professor Dr. N. Krishnan, coordinator of this ATAL program, Senior Professor and Head, Center for Information Technology and Engineering, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, to deliver overview of ATAL FTP on recent trends on cyber security domain. Sir, please.
Yes, ma'am.